Guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ebonwani. So today we are going to be talking about a book review, but before we launch into that, well, let me onboard new subscribers. You know the drill, guys. So if you just see my video on the internet or the social media, well, this is the time for you to onboard. So here are a few tips for you to get on board with me and not bored. You feel me? So first of all, I'd like you to click the subscription button, then go ahead and click the notification button, give this video a thumbs up, watch other videos, leave a little hello in the comment section so that we can engage with each other. You feel me? So yeah, well, for all-time subscribers, I love you guys to the moon and back. So let us launch into today's video. Today, well, so there is this book that I've chosen out courtesy of someone very close to my heart. So the title of the book is drumrolls, Woman at Point Zero by Nawal El Saadawi. Yes. It's a book about women, more like Arabian women. So yeah, but then generally it relates to all the women around the world. So first, before we talk about the book, let's talk about the author. Who is Nawal El Saadawi? Nawal El Saadawi is an Arabian woman. She grew up outside of Cairo, around the countryside, and she studied as a medical doctor in the University of Cairo. She later practiced as a psychiatrist, and it was during this moment where she was practicing that she came across some women in a practice that made her into a writer and an activist. She's an activist for opposing every maltreatment against the Arabian women in their society. And I believe that affects being an activist to Arabian women is like being an activist to every woman out there that is being maltreated and then facing any kind of pain and suffering. So yeah, during a course of occasionally coming in contact with those women, it inspired her to become a satirical writer. A satire is a book that is written by someone to oppose a particular societal view. Yeah, so issues happening in the society, when a writer stands up to write about those issues, corrects the societal view, that kind of work is a satire. Moving on, one of her prominent books that she has written is Woman at Point Zero, and this is why I've made it one of my choice, and this is why I'm reviewing the book today, because I believe that it's something that a lot of women out there can relate to. So, Woman at Point Zero centers on a young woman, FARIDUS, that grew up to aspire to be something in life, but later turned out to be married to someone old enough to be a father. Yeah, don't give me that look. That was what the society made her to be. But then, it was like a blindfold was on her eyes, and then she was just walking towards the path that life created right before her. Having fled from her whatever home she was married or whoever she was married to, she became a prostitute. It was during this time that she made the biggest mistake of her life. She doesn't call it a mistake, but then she chose what she chose to do. So let's read the synopsis so that we don't just fly blindly like a bat. We are not flying blindly. So begins Farida's story, leading her to a grimy Cairo prison cell, where she welcomes a death sentence. Oof, yeah, she made some mistakes. As a relief from her pain, that's what she felt, and suffering. Born to a peasant family in Egyptian countryside, Farida suffers a childhood of cruelty and neglect. Her passion for education is ignored by her family, and on leaving school, she is forced to marry a much older man. Following her escapes from violent relationships, she meets Sharifa, the woman that introduced her into the act of prostitution. So, who leads her into telling her that a man does not know a woman's value. The higher you price yourself, the more you will realize what you are really worth. That's kind of true. But then, we're priceless. So guys, there is this part, this aspect of the book that really did resonate with me and touch me deep down here. And it was when a remark she made when she was married to the man that was much older than her. You remember from the synopsis I read earlier. So let's dig into the book and let's see what she said when she was married to her husband, the man that was old enough to be her father. One day, he hit me with his heavy stick until the blood ran from my nose and my ears. So I left. But this time, I did not go to my uncle's house. I walked through the street with swollen eyes and a bruised face. But no one paid attention to me. People were rushing around in buses and in cars or on foot. It was as though they were blind, unable to see anything. The street was an endless expanse stretched out before my eyes like a sea. I was just a pebble, thrown into it, battered by the waves, tossed here and there, rolled over to be abandoned somewhere on the shore. So this is just more like these women are actually out there. They are being battered. They are facing life. They are facing something that life has served them. And it's like everybody's just going about their business. They are not seeing them or looking their way. And they're just like a pebble thrown into the sea and rolled over, rolled back to the shore, back to the point of zero. So that's more like what the book stands to represent. Women, not only Arabian women, but then women out there, women all around the world. So, yeah, El Saadawi really did present this satire excellently and brilliantly well. While I was reading it, there were a lot of scenes, a lot of words that did strike my emotions here. This book is a brilliant book, so I'd recommend it for us to read. Well, if you want to feel the juiciest of the emotions I felt while I was reading this book, then you should get the book. A soft copy, hard copy, I don't know your preference. My preference is both of them. So, on this note, we will be ending today's edition of Book Review, and I'll see you next time when I see you. However, if you're yet to check out my Chatterbox series down below, you should check them out. I recommend them as well. Listen to my short stories. They're pretty exciting and there are a lot of moral lessons to be learned from them. On this note, this is me signing out and saying to you, stay jiggy, stay productive,